Hey guys, what is going on? NFL Week 14 Power Rankings. So we got a new team at number 32 this week, and that is the Houston Texans. They were shut out by the Colts 31-0 this weekend. Just a really bad one-sided loss for this team versus a division rival. Coming in at number 31, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. So they lost by 30 versus the Rams this past weekend, and Trevor Lawrence just isn't throwing touchdowns. At number 30, I have the Detroit Lions. Let's go, baby. The Detroit Lions, they have finally won. They did it. They're going to win a game this season. They won a game this season. And what a thrilling win for them in like the final seconds, literally the final 4 seconds of that game versus the Vikings. I just am so happy for this team, and I am so happy for the fans of this team. What a crazy win. What a field-goal win. You got to love it. At number 29, I have the New York Jets. So Gardner Minshew kind of shredded this Jets defense. He only had 5 incomplete passes versus them. So yes, the Jets did lose versus the Eagles this past weekend. At number 28, I have the other New York team, the New York Giants. They scored 0 touchdowns in their game versus the Dolphins. And yeah, you kind of need to score touchdowns to win football games. At number 27, I have the Chicago Bears. I don't know why I said Chicago, so weird there. But Andy Dalton threw the same number of interceptions in their game versus the Cardinals as Kyler Murray had incompletions. 4. At number 26, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Got a much needed win versus the 49ers this weekend. Their record is still really bad, though. At number 25, I have the Carolina Panthers. They were on a bye this week, so they don't move in these power rankings. At number 24, I have the Atlanta Falcons. They lost versus the Bucs this past weekend, but the game was pretty close in the first half, so you got to give them props for that, I guess. At number 23, I have the New Orleans Saints. The QB position is now a huge issue for the Saints. I don't know if Hill was throwing those really bad interceptions because his finger was bothering him after he injured his finger in that game, but those interceptions at the end of the game were just really bad for the Saints offense and Taysom Hill. At number 22, I have the Minnesota Vikings, so they obviously lost versus the Lions. That's all I'm going to say there. At number 21, I have the Philadelphia Eagles, so a nice win for the Eagles versus the Jets. This Eagles run game was doing fantastic versus this Jets defense, and like I said, Minshew played really well. At number 20, I have the Denver Broncos. So they lost versus the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. The offense did struggle in this game, but Javonte Williams already looks like he is a top 10 running back in this league. At number 19, I have the Cleveland Browns. So they were on a bye, and I have them just staying at number 19. At number 18, I have the Las Vegas Raiders. So a tough loss for the Raiders versus the football team this past weekend. I personally thought that play was PI at the end of the game there, or towards the end of the game there. But I guess, they didn't want the game to come down to a penalty. So, yeah, that penalty wasn't called. But tough break there for the Raiders. At number 17 now, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this was a huge divisional win for the Steelers versus the Ravens. This is like a get back on track win for the Steelers. I mean, Big Ben, he played much better this week than he did last week. So maybe the Steelers are back on track now. They have a winning record now. We'll see if this Steelers team can sneak into the playoffs. At number 16, I have the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are hot right now. They're almost as hot as Miami in July. I don't know, is Miami really hot in July? Is that like the hottest month in Miami? I don't know. But basically the Dolphins are on fire. This defense is finally playing like the top defense we were supposed to see this season. And this win this past weekend versus the Giants makes it 5 wins in a row for the Dolphins. I literally just spit. I saw the spit come out of my mouth. The camera probably didn't pick it up though, but I just wanted to share that with you. At number 15, I have the San Francisco 49ers. They lost a division game versus the Seahawks, which isn't, a terrible loss. It was a division game, but they are now back to 500. At number 14, I have the Washington football team, and this team is hot too. This team has 4 wins in a row right now. This defense is playing like the top 5 defense we saw last season. And Heineke, he's making stuff happen. At number 13, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. A pretty big loss for them versus the Chargers. They went down big early, but just could not complete the comeback after they did have some momentum, in the third quarter. At number 12, I have the Indianapolis Colts. Another dominant win for the Colts versus the Texans. Just another day in the office, though, for Jonathan Taylor. 2 touchdowns on 143 rushing yards. Just some casual numbers for him. He's been outstanding, just insane this season. At number 11, I have the Buffalo Bills. Not ideal when you lose a game to a team whose quarterback only completed 2 passes. Not the best. But what I find interesting about this loss to the Patriots is that the Patriots literally did the opposite of what the Bills have been doing all season. The Patriots committed to running the ball. I've been saying this all season. I really want to see the Bills commit to running the ball more with their running backs because they run it with Josh Allen a lot, and they have Josh Allen throw it like almost 50 times a game. Well, not in this game, obviously, but they have never, committed to trying to establish that run game. And we saw that, kind of come back to hurt them last night because they couldn't establish the run in bad conditions, and the team they were playing did, and it allowed the other team to win. At number 10, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I have no idea why the Ravens went for 2 instead of kicking the field goal to go to overtime. In some situations, I understand going for 2 to, not give the other team the chance to get the ball first, go into overtime and score a touchdown on that first drive without, letting your offense touch the ball. But the thing is this, they were playing against the Steelers offense where Ben Roethlisberger is the quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger is a very one-dimensional quarterback, and we saw how he handled a potential game-winning drive versus the Chargers a couple weeks ago. He took 2 sacks and could not get a first down, so I really don't like the decision that the Ravens made to go for 2 there at the end of the fourth quarter. At number 9, I have the Los Angeles Chargers, a big statement win for the Chargers versus the Bengals. Herbie had over 300 passing yards, and he had 3 passing touchdowns, and his defense was finally able to stop the run, which has been a huge issue for them this season. At number 8, I have the Tennessee Titans. They were on a bye, so I have them just staying at number 8. At number 7, I have the Los Angeles Rams. So it looks like this get-right game for the Rams actually worked versus the Jaguars. They were able to win by a lot, but I guess the real test will be to see how they play next week and if they are actually back on track now. At number 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys, so a much-needed bounce-back win for the Cowboys versus the Saints. Was it super pretty? No, it wasn't a pretty win for the Cowboys, but that's okay because a win is a win, and I think they just need to get this offense clicking again after Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb missed multiple games. I think this whole offense just needs to, get its chemistry back. At number 5, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. A nice win versus the Broncos on Sunday Night Football for this team. Defense is really improving for Kansas City as the season goes on. At number 4, I have the New England Patriots. So a really, 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 really big win for the Patriots in Buffalo. This team is without a doubt the hottest team in the NFL. They have won 7 games in a row. 7. After a pretty bad start to the season. It's actually incredible how the Patriots have just completely turned their season around, completely did a 180. See, I almost said 360, but I know 360, you're literally back in the same spot. So math skills. Don't mean to flex them. At number 3, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nice divisional win for them versus the Falcons. Brady had 4 touchdowns and over 350 passing yards. At number 2, I have the Green Bay Packers. They were on a bye, so they're just staying at number 2. And then at number 1, I have the first team to reach 10 wins this season, and that is the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler only had to complete 11 passes for the Cardinals to get the win versus the Bears. And this team just continues to be so consistent. Really just the most consistent team in the NFL. Maybe the Packers are up there being super consistent, but the Cardinals did beat the Packers, so... Yeah, but that is it for this video, guys. Make sure to drop a thumbs up. Let me know who is in, the top 5 of your NFL power ranking in the comments down below. And subscribe, guys. Peace.